National Seminar, I am extremely elated to announce that along with the valedictory ceremony, we will also be felicitating the dignitaries on the days. So I heartily give time to our principal.
A very good evening to everyone, and welcome to this valedictory function of the National Seminar on the key representation of women of the Northeast India in multidisciplinary discourse. Respected and honored Deputy Commissioner of West Government Tura, Sri Jagadish, on behalf of the organizing committee and the entire team of the National Seminar on representation of women of Northeast India in multidisciplinary discourse, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. We are privileged and honored to have you with us as the chief guests for this valedictory function, despite your busy schedule and commitments to look over the entire history. Your presence here today is a true testament to your commitment to the cause of empowering women and promoting gender equality in the region. Your expertise and experience in governance and administration make your presence all the more valuable to this seminar. Your insights on the issues faced by women in the region and the steps taken by the government to address them will be the immense value to the participants of this seminar. We express our heartfelt gratitude for accepting our last-minute invitation, which speaks volume of your commitment to the cause of education and women empowerment in the region. We are confident that your presence here will inspire and motivate all of us to work together towards achieving our common goal of gender equality. Thank you, Commissioner, sir, for your kind presence and a warm welcome to you. I will now request our staff members to kindly participate our honorable chief guests with Garo Store and a memento. Let's put our hands together to welcome Thank you, sir. Respected Professor Sujata Gurudeva, it is with great pleasure and honor that we welcome you as our guest of honor at the 2 days national seminar. Your gracious presence and support are much appreciated. And now I invite our staff to kindly felicitate and welcome our guest of honor, Professor Sujata Gurudeva, with a Garo Store and a memento. As the in charge of the Tura campus, we have been instrumental in fostering an academic environment that promotes gender equality and empowers women in the region and in particular in the campus. Your tireless efforts to create opportunities for women in higher education are highly commendable. We are privileged to have you as our guest of honor of this valedictory function, and we express our gratitude for your courageous acceptance of our invitation. Your presence here today is a true inspiration for all of us, and we are confident that your insight and expertise will add more value and understanding to our discussions. We recognize and appreciate your unwavering commitment to promoting the cause of women empowerment, and we are grateful for the opportunity to benefit from your vast knowledge and experience. We sincerely thank you for being with us today, and your presence here is a testimony to your dedication and commitment. Thank you once again for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence, and we look forward to your valuable insights. It is also my great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you to this valedictory function of the National Seminar. It is an honor to see such an esteemed gathering of experts from various fields of academia and research. We have eminent professors, academicians, those who have presented papers, both offline and online, who are present here today. This seminar has been a platform for us to exchange ideas, knowledge, and experiences, and we have discussed the challenges faced by women in the northeast of India. The multidisciplinary approach of this seminar aims to address the representation of women in various fields of study and research. I am confident that the discussions and deliberations we have during these 2 days have been enriching and thought-provoking, and we all come away with a deeper understanding of the issues faced by women in the region. I extend my warmest welcome and gratitude to all the participants, those who have presented papers, and all the organizers who have made this seminar a reality. Your efforts and contributions are highly appreciated and valued. Thank you very much. It gives me great pleasure to express my gratitude and appreciation to Dr. S Sangma, the convener of this national seminar, and the IQAC coordinator of the Bosco College, Tura, and to Dr. Wanphai Japang, the organizing secretary of this national seminar, for their hard work and dedication in organizing this event. Their dedication and hard work has been truly commendable, and I would like to this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to both of them, because without their effort, this seminar would not have been possible. Once again, I place on special record all the faculty members of Don Bosco College, Tura, who work behind the scenes to make the national seminar a resounding success. We have deliberated during this national seminar on the representation of women of Northeast India in multidisciplinary discourse. We have discussed and we have a way forward to make changes for the better. That our deliberation not only end in papers, but let it be a little bit our policy maker, so that they make policy for a better future of Northeast India. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Father Principal, for your warm and welcoming words and for facilitating this dignitaries. Let us now listen to the reports of the 2 days national seminar to be reported by our reporter, Bivan.
Good evening, everyone. Two days national seminar ended on representation of women of Northeast India in multi-disciplinary discourse was jointly organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell (IQAC), Department of Geography, and Internal Complaints Committee, Bosco College, Tura. In total, 44 papers were presented in the course of 2 days. On the first day of the seminar, that is 28th of April 2023, there were two sessions. Session 1 was in the offline mode. In this session, 10 papers were presented. Ms. Westerly R. Mara, Assistant Professor at Bosco College, Tura, presented her paper on Garo women and their outlook in the society, a feminist approach. Dr. L. K. DC, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Northeastern University, Tura, presented the paper entitled How to Give a Case Study of Rape, Forgiveness, and Denunciation for Safety. Ms. Coyle Roy, Research Scholar, Northeastern University, presented a paper entitled An Analysis of Women's Contribution in Gender Reduction with special reference to West Bangladesh. Dr. Muller B. M. Sangma, Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Bosco College, Tura, presented a paper entitled Women and the Challenges in Entrepreneurship with special reference to the local entrepreneurs of Tura, West Bangladesh, Meghalaya. Mr. Rajat C., Assistant Professor, Department of History, Bosco College, presented Role of Women in the Social Life of Hardware Tribal Society in Bangladesh of Meghalaya. Mr. Bravel Mauko, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Bosco College, presented paper on marriage, education, and employment, a socio-economic study of tribal Afghan women of India. Dr. Barbara S. Sangma, Associate Professor, Department of English, the Bosco College, Tura, presented a paper entitled Women and Land and Eco-Feminist reading of Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya's novel Love in the Time of Insurgency. Ms. P. Gracefulness Pondy, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Synod College Law, presented her paper Representation of Women in the Print Media of Khasi. Ms. Irasuli N.D., research scholar from the Department of Social Science, presented her paper entitled Women's Property Rights in Nagaland, study on Dini community. Ms. Susan Beryl S. Mara, PhD research scholar from the Department of History and Archaeology, presented a paper entitled Status of Garo Women, a comparative study on pre-colonial and colonial rules. In session 2, which was in the online mode, in this session, 7 papers were presented by Ms. Jasmine Kharbepeng, a research scholar from History Department of History, Ihu, on anti-uranium movement in Meghalaya with special reference to Spitling Long Rib. By Ms. Mona Senna, research scholar, she presented a paper on drug abuse among women in Northeast India with special reference to the state of Nagaland. Ms. Rubina Thapa, another research scholar from Department of Sociology, Ihu, presented a paper on suicide of housewives and exploratory study on domestic violence and its relation to suicide among married women at Sikkim. Dr. C. Lan Dui, Assistant Professor, Department of English, IQAC University, Mizoram. She presented a paper on the segregation of the second sex, exploring the silent voices of daughters-in-law with its social construct. Manblang Marius, research scholar from the Department of Philosophy, Imu, presented an indigenous development debate, matrimony and patrimony in Khasi society. Mr. Santosh Kumar, a research scholar from the Department of History, University of Delhi, presented a paper on eco-feminist discourse in the northeastern folklore, a critical evaluation. And finally, women and COVID-19 pandemic. This paper was presented by Convener, research scholar, Department of Philosophy, Shillong. On the second day of the seminar, that is 29th of April 2023, there were 3 sessions. Session 1 was offline, where 8 papers were presented by Mr. Varma A. Sangma, research scholar from Assam Bosco University, and he presented a paper, an insight into women mortality in the traditional Arctic folk narratives. Dr. Piccadilly Tracy, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Noida College. He presented the paper entitled Angami Naga Women and Their Rights of Property, a brief analysis. Dr. Arindam Ghosh, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Bosco College, presented a paper on women in science and technology. Ms. Jankitina Goldivar, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Tura Christian College, presented a paper entitled Social Construction of Women's Identity, John Moni D. Shiraz, Voice. Ms. Rani Arundas, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Bosco College, Tura, presented a paper entitled Women in Science and Technology. Dr. Sister Lucy R. Mara, Assistant Professor and Head Department of English, Bosco College, Tura, presented a paper entitled Contribution of Catholic Women Religious in the Field of Education in Assam and Erstwhile Assam. Ms. Zinia K. Mara, research scholar, Department of English, Northeastern University, presented a paper entitled The Role of American Baptist Mission in the Progress of Female Education in Meghalaya. And finally, Ms. Reena Shireen A. Sangma, presented research scholar. She presented a paper on women in rural village of Garo Hills, opportunities and challenges. Session 2 was also offline. And again, 8 papers were presented in this particular session. Ms. Namrata P. Sangma, research scholar, Department of Political Science, William Carey University, presented a paper titled Political Empowerment of Women in Garo Hills. Mr. Lara Shyam K. Sangma, research scholar, Department of Sociology, William Carey University, presented a paper entitled Role of Garo Women in Urban Area, Meghalaya. Ms. Christina D. Sangma, research scholar, Department of Garo Limu, presenting a paper, Women of Exceptional Courage and Virtue in Garo Oral Narratives. Dr. Kelly Hawk Lindu Guam, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Silla College, presented his paper entitled Women of Meghalaya and Their Role in Food Production. Ms. Anita P.H. Movement Research Scholar, Department of Northeast University, Tura, presented a paper entitled Role of Archer Goddesses in Mythology, a Select Study. Dr. Conrad B. Mara, Professor, Department of Garo College, Tura, presented a paper entitled Infection of Women in Archaic Proverbs. Mr. Gichung Deumbrang and Sangma, Assistant Professor, William Carey University, Shillong, presented a paper entitled Assessment of the Under-Representation of Women in Decision-Making and Political Institutions in Meghalaya. Finally, Ms. Bangkiwe CH Movement, Research Scholar in the Department of History, Iho, Shillong, presented a paper entitled Stages of Garo Women of Meghalaya in Changing Times. Session 3 was in online mode and 11 papers were presented. Dr. Mahavir Jha, Associate Professor at the Department of Political Science, Jinli Government College, Nonglek, Nagaland, presented paper on women entrepreneurship development through mushroom production in Nagaland. Dr. N. Jayanti, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Dhana Manjuri University, and Narendraji Singh, Associate Professor, Department of Commerce, Dhana Manjuri University, and Narendraji Singh, Associate Professor, Department of College, S. Kula Women's College, and Ivan Kita Devi, Research Scholar, Department of Commerce, Dhana Manjuri University, presented a paper on women in agricultural development of Manipur. Women, next paper was presented by Pankaj Thakur, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Government College, Sarkarhat District, Mandi, Himachal Pradesh, on women entrepreneurship and Northeast perspective. Ms. Vese Tulu Natsu, Research Scholar, Department of History, Shillong, presented paper on women and technology in Nagaland. Apritoli Shohe, Research Scholar, Department of Sociology, New Shillong, presented paper on traditional beliefs and practices about pregnancy among Sui tribes of Nagaland, a case study. Kalyani Hazarika, Research Scholar, Department of English, Mahapurush Srimanta Thakurdev Vishwavidyalaya, Nagaland, Assam, presented paper on examining Naga myth, oral tradition, and storytelling in Eastern Kerry, son of the thundercloud. Ms. G. Kiranmai, Research Scholar, Sri Venkateshwara University, Tirupati. She presented paper on representation of women characters in Eastern Kerry, a terrible patriarchy. Ilang Bam Priyong Kumar Singh, Research Scholar, Department of English and Cultural Studies, Manipur University, presented a paper on rewriting and rereading the role of women in Thangbai Bang of M.P. Maisanba. Dr. Mohammed Sajid Ansari, Assistant Professor, Department of English, GSHEG College, Chandrapur, Regional, MJP Rohit Khan University, Bareilly, UP, presented a paper on feminist utopia in the Northeast, study of the alienated self in the Jhanvi Baruas River. Dr. P. H. Jayalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of English and Cultural Studies, Manipur University, presented a paper on Teresa Rahman's Mothers of Manipur, of feminist meddling. And finally, Julia Nenyek Daitham, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, LCB College, presented a paper of representation of women in Autonomous District Council with reference to Dima Hasso District. In all, 17 papers were presented on the first day and 27 papers were presented on the second day. Thank you.
I'm sure this report has made everybody aware about our efforts or participation in making this seminar a grand seminar. Thank you, Mr. Abhimanyu Sharma. Now I take the privilege of inviting our two paper presenters, followed by two participants to share their experiences and observations on the national seminar in the form of feedback. This will be a strategy and a mechanism for improvement of conducting seminar in the near future. From the paper presenters, first, may I request Dr. Kalihoff Lindo, Guam, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Sinod College, Shillong, And second, Marma S Sangma, research scholar, Department of Philosophy, Assam Bosco University, Assam. And from the participants, first, may I request Dr. Sanjay G. Mara, and second, Dr. J. Bivan to share their comments, feedback, or any suggestions.
Good afternoon, all. Thank you now for this opportunity. Giving me here to speak on behalf of all the processors, both online and offline. I will ask to speak and I expect the program is 2 minutes. I don't know, I try to speak for at least 2 minutes or a little beyond that. But it is with great joy for all of us, participants of this debate, the national seminar on the 20% of Convener the multi-disciplinary approach has been a very enlightened one, which right from yesterday when we have the keynote address, we all, I think we learn new insights, even on us, about the charity, when she gives us or make us understand the definition of these terms as presentation and multi-media, of which it yes help us understand more when she talk about interaction of each term and terminology in the recast implicit women of multi-media. I hope all of us presenters, participants who are here, scholars and certain courses, I agree with you that we learn new things. Thank you very much also on behalf of the man to Kalpa for set the ball rolling of the seminar yesterday with a very new insight, new dimension, new perspective with women presentation in multi-disciplinary approach. Yes, the whole session yesterday we have done hectic on course, but we enjoy a lot. You all agree with me, we enjoy a lot. It's not only in the sense of the academic part of it, the non-academic part of it, the cultural program, really set my mind. I see it there with other, I also understand. But beautiful, thank you for that. Thank you very much. I know the team of what we have, big thank you. We have a good team, I would say, teaching and hospitality. You are taking care of us, me and my colleague, which 4:30 in the morning, but you only there, come and think of us. Others also, I would say once again, thank you very much, community as a whole. I mean, just your dynamic, your dynamic principle. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Father, for your leadership. Our prayers from the college will go from strength to strength, in not only in this area of the schools, but in other ways that we can have students, scholars, or this to have this kind of interaction often. This morning we are again impressed with a special talk or special lecture by Ma'am, which interaction with her, which again help us to reminding us that understanding the import of women issue in India, not only India, but also in North India. Thank you, ma'am, very much for that new insight again. Thank you for the way that we organize and arrange the topic or the lecture, which really help us really understand what we need to look into as young scholars when we try to understand the condition of women. Last but not least, I discussed with some of us here that if there is anything that will hold me back, I think you all agree with me. The food that we provided to us, the lunch, world time. I think this is of all the seminars that I have attended, especially 2025 seminar. This is only a seminar that fit on, still here, but Mom will say, anyone want to have tea? Lunch is ready. so we are partners with academic things, but also we worry about physical needs or something. So to conclude, then we give this place as centers. Then we give this place not only as the centers, not only as participation participating in this two-day multidisciplinary academic discourse, but also as academic messenger of this common goal of work with other area, really represent women of modern the effect of uniqueness in modern discourse, other discourse, not only here in anywhere that we have, so that we would like that, so that these discussion are going to reach the higher heights to the understanding which you are. A very big afternoon to one and all present here. First of all, I'd like to thank the chairperson of this program for giving me this opportunity on behalf of all the presenters in giving the feedback about the seminar. Respected, we have a respected guest and a guest of honor, the DC of West Gallery and the director of Tura campus. When I was asking about to give us feedback about this seminar, I was quite getting nervous. Anyway, honestly speaking, it made me feel satisfied, and I found that this seminar really helpful. And I should say that this is one of the most informative seminars that I have ever attended. Although I have attended many seminars, but apart from that, you see the speed and the enthusiasm and a great sense of humor of all the presenters as well as the participants. I found the talk to be very highly informative, and it is very extremely informative that will undoubtedly influence all, not only the scholars, but also the students as well as the teaching faculties from now on. The speakers, especially the today's modern citizen, Madam Mondal, he started talking about the women empowerment in such a brief description about the role of women in the Nordics as well as the India as a whole. In that case, the speakers found very articulate and very knowledgeable, while remaining interesting throughout, maintain the audience attention. Definitely recommend this program to others, to all my friends. Thank you so much, Don Bosco College, for organizing this program. And a special thanks to all my fellow presenters as well as the speakers. Thank you very much.
Good evening to all the VIPs from the panel. Good evening to all the people presenters and onlookers like me. So this has been great. I was considering whether to come or not since it is Saturday. I wanted to relax and shop and look after my small business. But then I made up my mind that I should also come since some of them are really my students, also my colleagues. So this is the first thing that I would like to say is that I'm very lucky and fortunate to come here today, because the most pleasant part was in meeting my old colleagues, and my old students here. So I'm really glad about that. I'm not a stranger here in this college. We come here often for seminars and then as external examiners. So it's taken home to me. So I'm really glad that I'm here. And this particular topic that has been chosen, representation of women of Northeast India, is the need of the hour, especially in a region So the 44 papers that have been told that were presented were extremely enlightening, and also the enthusiasm that was shown in the discussion, just reflected how much we have changed. We hardly used to have these type of seminars, but when we conduct a seminar, we have this type of, participants, and they are also animated and enthusiastic, that encourages us, to organize or do such type of programs, even in my institution also. So I would rate 10 upon 10 or 100 upon 100 for everything, for the welcoming attitude, with a smile on their faces, the extra care given to us, and like my the former speaker has already spoken, the food was excellent, and I have no complaints regarding this. And I just want to urge, more scholars also should take part in this type of thing and take advantage of such type of opportunities which are thrown in your way. And also another thing, please don't feel that those points that were raised, while after your paper presentation, that those are criticisms. They are not. There are points which will help you. Keep that in mind. Because the more pointers you get, the more criticism you get, the more you should say, yes, I will do better. Only then, you will do better in life and in your career. So thank you so much. Thank you for everything and all the best. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Good evening to one and all. I want to speak on behalf of the participants, not only participants, not presenters. What I have observed here, only here regarding the seminar, what we have done. This simply support. Right from the beginning, I have been observing this new speaker and some presenters had started very nicely. And though I am not the expert in this field, but I was impressed when I realized that this is a good seminar that our college has done. I congratulate to each one of you, especially Father Principal, Convener, and organizing secretary, and all the members involved there in the team. And you have really shown that this is not an individual job, and it is a teamwork. And so the gesture itself is a big thing for colleges in general, in particular, and in general. So this is a good platform that you have given to the Galvins research scholars. Here we have got these research scholars. They are working hard in their respective fields, and they are finding, I think, they are trying to find out some platforms like this, and they have got these opportunities, and they have done it, and really this is excellent. And I myself was thinking that I don't fit here since I am from science background, but I realized and I was thinking about my own sister. I am also one of the tribes in the Northeast, so she is so hard worker, and entire woman of our tribe is also quite hardworking. And I wanted to give one look at this, but I didn't get an opportunity now. I use this in the future. I will go forward so that we can also, give such, this work and organize in this type of platform. And this is an intellectual platform, and I believe that Bosco College has done and made us proud. Since I am from home, so I don't want to speak so much, but this is my personal experience and observation that I have. And congratulations once again to all the members involved here to make it a success. I also give 100 on 100 for this as because the speaker has also given, I also add to 100 and 100. I will. With this, I conclude my contribution. Thank you.
I thank all the participants, Dr. Jose and Dr. Bivan, and from the presenters, I thank Dr. Kalimo and Marma S Sangma for giving their valuable suggestions, giving their comments, and giving a very, appreciable remarks to Bosco College. Thank you so much. A picture can speak 1,000 words, but 1,000 words can paint you 1,000 pictures, says A.V. Michaels. I take the pleasure of inviting our guest of honor, Professor Japang, campus in charge, Tura campus, to speak for us.
Thank you. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to be here. So first of all, with the permission of the chair, Dr. Miller, and our chief guest, Shri Jagdish Chalani. Very, very happy to make the acquaintance. And of course, Reverend Father Bivan Rodriquez, Mukhim, who has, been instrumental for this wonderful, wonderful seminar. I have always felt that he has qualities of leadership which are unparalleled. And I think this seminar, and we've heard so many people talking about it, it's very clear what is happening and what we are putting together out here. This is an institution par excellence, and it's got a great, tremendous future. And I think we should give a very big round of applause for the principal. And I would also equally thank Reverend Father John Paul Thicker, Turkey. Sorry for my pronunciation, I'm not familiar with the name. The Vice Principal of John Bosco College, and then of course the host of people who have put together this seminar. I have just looked at this, this abstract, and I feel you have covered almost everything, okay? And we've had presenters, and participants coming before me and talking about this seminar. Now, as far as I can see, there is one topic, spokeswomen, the spokeswoman of the Northeast, and the armed forces of the Northeast, and perhaps the medical profession. I think everything else has been covered out here. More or less, I've never seen such a comprehensive presentation of abstracts, okay? So it is certainly multidisciplinary, and it has certainly tried to look at women in every aspect of the Northeast. But then, I would just like to bring attention to a few points out here. The first thing is that the very topic itself is very complex. Women in the Northeast, but we need to put women first of all with the quotation marks, okay? Because women anywhere are complex. Anywhere, forget about the Northeast, anywhere they are complex. And why is it that women in the Northeast are such a, not just complex, but a very magical topic? Why? There's something very unique about this very topic itself. When you look back at this course, we are familiar with the feminist discourse. I think everybody is familiar with it. We need not talk about it. So we're very familiar with it. But remember, before the moral discourse, the greatness of the Northeast rest of the flag that this is a place where you have multicultural, ethnicities, and indigenous people going back thousands of years. Okay? So when you have a nexus like that, indigenous people, as well as you have the modern framework of women, we're talking about gender equality. But if you were to go back thousands and thousands of years ago, women have led the world for almost 7,000 years. There have been societies which have been dominated by women, and generally indigenous traditions preserve that knowledge system which has been handed down. In fact, when you look at a woman, it is not about educating a woman. You can simply not educate a woman. She is an encyclopedia of knowledge. Right? Because all the received tradition, all the indigenous knowledge is passed down by the women of that society. Now, if you look at, recently the challenges of COVID, did you notice the way the women of Northeast responded? I think just before me, we have women who are fashion designers and who are creating masterpieces. We have, women who are into handicraft, into entrepreneurship, into education, into simply mothering society. Have you looked at one of the abstracts? One of the abstracts was about the Baptist mission. Now, anyone who's familiar with that chapter will realize, and if you have read that part of history, you will realize in the pioneers of almost every religious tradition have been women. It's another matter whether they have been given that due position or not. But the fact is, it is the hand that rocks the cradle, rules the world. And beginning with the mother at home, I think some of the most powerful expression of women is in the Northeast. Just look around you. Look at society around you. Look at the handloom weavers. Go into the villages. I spend my time like that because I have so much to learn. And what I have found is entrepreneurs are mostly women. The Norwegian Hill University Tura campus is now in a position where we are looking towards women entrepreneurship because we get mostly women. And recently, we had a call from one of the universities in Gujarat, and they were looking for a cooperative, entrepreneurship on a cooperative model. So, as we go into the villages, whether it's a honey village, or it's a village producing turmeric, or it is, making mushroom cultivation, or anything, you will find that almost 80% of the workforce anywhere is women. Have you looked at the recent elections? I was surprised that almost every bus was full of women. Because women are everywhere. If you look at the Northeast, that is the strength and the pride and the beauty of Northeast. It is not just one community or another. It's like a bouquet. And it is all woman-centric. I don't even bother with the word gender equality. That is way too little for us. We are beyond equality. We have our own place. And I can tell you, the most fearless woman woman you'll find in the Northeast. Whether it's standing up for a cause, whether it is politics, whether it is religion, whether it's family, they are exemplary. And I've spent a lot of time in the Northeast. I've studied, I've watched, I've carefully tried to understand. And there is so much we do not know. When you look at the oral traditions, I'm familiar with Garo tradition, Garo literature to some extent because I relax in the Garo department. And, I find that a very happy kind of department because you're always discussing something. And when I looked at their, once I remember with a colleague of mine, we were looking at the aphorism, and we found that they were not adequate English words, okay? The aphorism, that means the ancient wisdom is coming down. Now, if you notice, every woman, and especially the Northeast, is very, I would say, I never use words like, we have not got the kind of creature comforts which other people have. No, I think Northeast is perfect as it is. It's got its colors, it's got its, people, it's got its culture, it's got everything. But what advantage do we have? The advantage that we have is that we have remained, in a sense, totally, especially our health, has remained totally with most of its traditions. It has modernized without uprooting itself. You understand? And that is where women are so important. Because if you want to understand a culture, its rootedness, you need to look at the woman. So without uprooting yourself, if you could, and that is the glory of ancient India too, that without uprooting, you look at the richness of languages. Now, all that you can study. Now, if you don't uproot yourself and you expand, and today is a digital era. I was listening to a professor who had come and he was talking about the place of Northeast. And obviously our workforce mostly is women. He said that in the future, by 2030, you will not be working, the youth will not be working at one job, they will be working at 3 jobs. One job is what they do locally. The other job would be what, what NEP is all about. You have some entrepreneurship going on. You have some creativity going on. You will be, investing in something. You are going to be working locally. You will be working regionally. You'll be working nationally. And you'll be working internationally. Because as I came to know, because we run about 5, 6 hubs and innovative hubs with ideas, we got an MSCD. Now we realize that it's very easy if you want to empower women, either a collective or a group or an NGO, they can easily sell their products across the world. And if I'd like to also have a special mention out here for the armed forces, you will notice that our women are there everywhere. From the Northeast, they are there everywhere. In sports, they are absolutely unbeatable. Okay? And I would say in art, in culture, in literature, in everything. So my final take on women in the Northeast is they are larger than life. They are life givers, they are life nurturers. And I really honor a seminar which attempts to portray women. And I would say, congratulations. I hope there is more of such seminars coming up in future. And I'm sure this is going to be a wonderful publication, your papers. And first and foremost, congratulations to Father Bivan, who has always been very innovative, and to each and everyone here who has participated. Thank you.
Words have an incredible power, not only to motivate but also to teach something. Thank you, Madam. The National Seminar Paper Predators, both online and offline mode, are hardworking, diligent, and creative. So it's time for us to appreciate the efforts of these presenters. May I take the privilege of inviting our convener of the seminar, Dr. S Sangma, for the distribution of certificates. First, we shall distribute the certificates to the esteemed persons who have chaired the technical session. First we have and for the distribution of certificates, may I request our chief guest, our DC sir, that is Shalani, to give away the certificates. May I call upon Dr. Mukhim to come and collect your certificate. Dr. L.K. Gracie, Dr. Rodriquez, Dr. Bivan Paul, and Dr. Tura. Dr. Bivan, Mr. Rodriquez, Dr. Bonnie, Madam Idolfini, Mr. S Sangma, Mr. S Sangma, Ms. Mukhim, Ms. Naraka, Lara Chiang, Mr. Bivan, Mr. Brittany Damram, Ms. Patron. We also have the certificates for the participants. We have Sunita Jackman, Ms. Nami Balche, and Dr. Susan Vimana. Here are the certificates for the offline presenters of DDC. We have Ms. Paula Roy, together with Dr. D.C. Kanita, Rani Arundas, Destiny Amara, Ms. Vivian Kumara. Ms. Susan Merrill. Mr. Brazen Morto. And Mukhim Q. Ms. Christina S Sangma. Dr. Arinda Bose. Manner Influence of our Principal. This is what we are doing. Dr. Colette Dimara. Ms. Anita K. Moman and Dr. Sister Rishi Amara. Certificate for the participants of EDC. Ms. Mukhim Amara. Dr. Bivan. Ms. Christina. Sri Benendra and Mara. Sir Habul Chandranas. Dr. Lilibel. Mr. Vicky S Sangma. Japang S Sangma. Gaurav Viswas. Karunchi Sangma. Namsang Mara. Susumita Adhikari. Abhishek Patron. Renewed. Dr. Madhusudan Saha. Sir Siddharth Roy. Mr. Abhimanyu Sharma. Mr. Chekham Setmara. Ms. Charunchi M. Sangma. Mr. Kaushik Paul. Ms. Priyanki. Mr. Sukai. Ms. Vanessa Rani. Mr. Jakram Raj. Mr. Derek. Sir Nicholas. Sir Jayatosh. Mr. Venu Chanda. Thank you, Dr. Barbara S Sangma, our third VC, my name is Rebecca, other principal for doing the honors. There may be days when you say to yourself, I can't. I literally can't even, but you can. You can even. That is correct. I request our chief guest, Sir Jagadish Chelani, IAS and Deputy Commissioner, West Orange, Tura, Meghalaya, to speak for us.
Thank you, Dr. Miller. Respected guests of honor, Madam Thomas in charge from the Godfather for Don Bosco College, Father Bivan, Mukhim, Father John Paul Tiffy, our Vice Principal for the college, for Don Bosco College, our other professors and professors, our participants and presenters. Very good evening to everyone. It's been a privilege and an honor to be here. It is a privilege and an honor to be here at Don Bosco. I was here around 2.5 years back. We were planning on a couple of other things when I first met Father Bivan, and it's always been an interactive session to be here in this college, learning about the wonderful, important things that we are doing in the Aravallis region and in the town. It was truly heartwarming when I heard about the national seminar that was being conducted on the representation of women in Northeast and the multi-disciplinary discourse that Father Bivan and team had read up. So a big kudos to all from the organizing committee for making this event at such a grand level, for making it possible in Tura, and for conducting over 44 presentations on different topics and different aspects in this seminar. From the outset, as our report was presented, what I could make out was that in this seminar, the papers have discussed about the interaction of women in society with land, with education, entrepreneurship, employment, media, agriculture, and art, development, science, religion, and politics. That women have to face against gender biases, domestic violence, discrimination, and the abuse of drugs. It's on multitudes of topics that these presenters have presented their findings and research that they have done. And I'm sure that this will help us to enrich our knowledge to combat many of such issues and to strengthen the organization and the structure of our society. Few aspects that I completely agree in consonance with Madam Sujata, where she says that women is an institution in itself, and that they are a big part of every society. They are the ones who make the society go forward. But there are a few parts that I don't agree completely on. The very institutions of our society have also the systems that they have created, and in these systems we have had fights which may not be as great picture today as we may like to feel at a lot of points. Few points that Madam had already raised that I would like to go on further to discuss with them, which have come out in my own experiences in this services. First is women and reproductive health. We have seen that many women in our society, there is a tussle, the regular tussle between the reproductive rights of a woman in a society where we don't have a clear understanding of law in the society today. And for that matter, we have a lot of POCSO cases which have been filed even when the both adults are both teenagers are consent to litigation. But we still have such cases in India. The law that is made by the country is usually with a system in mind that applies to the entire society, and the absence of knowledge of it is causing the trouble that we have today. And this is this comes with a forefront of a much larger background problem. Today, most of our women are getting, we have one of the highest teenage pregnancies in Meghalaya. We have one of the highest maternal mortalities in Meghalaya. We have one of the highest infant mortalities in Meghalaya. And these all are the numbers that we are now improving on. These are the things that we are now resolving and setting out to resolve. But we are only halfway into it. We have much more to do in these cases. For most of these cases, we have found that all of these women were severely anemic, that they were having those mortalities that have happened because of sometimes sepsis, sometimes of other scenarios, because of multiple births and very lack of the birthing gaps that is there. In that sense, we have not empowered our women to make the right choice in reproductive health that they have. That they should take up. It has become a foundation and a kind of a duty to go ahead, continue reproducing, and without that knowledge of reproductive health, we have had that societal setup. And I think that's not the best that we can offer to the society today. Northeast and Meghalaya, so far, we do see that Northeast is a society which is much more equal than other parts of our country. We most of our understanding that Meghalaya is a matrilineal society, but we are still not equal society in my understanding and in my knowledge of the entire setup. We know our matrilineal, the society first its lineage to the mother, but the important aspects of the rights over land, over resources, is still handled by the mama or the uncle of that lady. Even the lady is not for the rural areas, the land rights are handled by the uncle itself. And she cannot take a decision of giving the land away without the due consent or approval from them. So in all, though we believe that we have a great setup, which is very equal, very empowering, but if we scratch down the surface, we still don't have the best of the work that we want to see it as. It is not as much. It is definitely much better than other societies, other cultures, other setups in terms of the position of women in our society, but it's not as good as we feel. This is my personal view. None of this is going from anybody else. You obviously have the right to have your own opinion in this case. One other aspects in terms of the interaction of women in both the day-to-day politics and the state politics is representation of women in our assembly. We still have very less representation of in the assembly. Usually, you can actually count women on your hand, on your fingers, as to how many number you see in the parliament, in the state assembly today, and the national parliament today. Nationally, it's understandable, but where a society has such a large number of population actively involved in every aspect, from business to entrepreneurship, to the daily life, from education, teachers, students, everything. We have much better participations than any other state in my personal knowledge, wherever I have been personally as well. But in terms of political representation, we do not see that coming. And that is where I think that I believe again that it's a great sign that okay, we are doing very good. But if you look at the essential instruments of empowerment, I think we still have much to do there. Now, on to some of the good aspects that, in fact, Madam had spoken about. The role of entrepreneurship in today's life and participation of women in this. Increasingly, as Madam was also saying, that we see that we have more participants who wish to be entrepreneurs in the women category rather than the men. We have seen businesses being more handled by women in our society. We see more and more work that is done by women in the society much better than the men here. And I think that's a very positive aspect that here we do not see that kind of discrimination, at least economically. So when we talk about equality, we our preamble says that, social, political, and economic, and at least socially and politically, we are good as a society here. If we go down the surface a little, maybe socially we have to strengthen much more better, but still a much better system than anything else. Economically, we are very well in this. Politically, I still think that we have something more to do. Now, in terms of the aspects that we see this seminar in totality, is I believe the most important instrument of much of what I've said. It's again, this is not lecture that I'm planning to deliver or it was trying to deliver. It was just my observation in the field. I'm sure that 2 days of proper seminar with 24 people, you are much more knowledgeable about most things than me right now. But in my personal understanding, I think one of these important institutions, important sector, important area that we, as a state, as administration as well, I feel that we lack in this present context is the sector of education. Even today, while we have good education in Tura, we have good education in other city centers, we probably do not have good institutions for education at the village level, for where most of our population actually resides. And mostly the people who want to exercise the education, they still find it a little difficult to access education at a quality. Then, coming to either Tura as a locality or the center and to other city centers. Now, this is where some work obviously has been is being done and will be done by the government. But that is one place where I think most of our work needs to be done. And obviously, the field of both interest and priority to me itself. That is one institution, one sector. If we improve, we can actually call for a proper understanding of equality with men and women in our society. Today, even though they are restored with the rights and the power in the traditional sense, but the exercise of those rights and power lacks because most of our women do not have the knowledge, most of our women do not have the knowledge of the authority that they have in order to exercise that power in the house. If today you go to any, again, apart from my own experiences, 33% of women are supposed to be the Nokmas, among the Nokmas, at least 1/3 is supposed to be women. The government of Meghalaya adopted a 50% thing. But today, if you ask somebody who is in Nokma of the village, it will always be a man for. And until somebody knows that it is supposed to be a woman, when you ask them, you say, okay, this is his wife is actually Nokma. He's the one who's taking care of the entire business. In most cases, he's also signing and stamping the documents. So there is no authority that is actually being bestowed there. For VECs, again, village employment councils, which are a very important aspect in villages in terms of getting work to be done in a village. Again, a 33% to 50% reservation was put up for all the women functionaries in the head position, the president and the secretary. You see that again in all villages. If you ask for a president and secretary, it will always be men. And unless you actually ask, is he actual president or actual secretary? And then you will not know that was the vibe that is there. Important aspect is that better education, better facilities, better understanding of our society in Meghalaya and in the Northeast, in fact. Thank you, Don Bosco College, and thank you, Father Bivan and Father John, for organizing this along with your core committee. Thank you all for listening to me and giving me this opportunity to interact with you. A very good evening to all of you, and my best wishes for the time to come. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening and encouraging words. Any occasion is incomplete without the words of gratitude. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. May I call upon Reverend Father John Paul Turkey, Vice Principal of College Tura, to express the words of gratitude.
The second dignitaries, esteemed guests, passengers, delegates, participants, and members of all the organizing committee, and ladies and gentlemen. On this breathtakingly beautiful evening, I, Father John Paul Turkey, Vice Principal, on behalf of the Internal Quality Assurance of Don Bosco College, Tura, extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for making these 2 days national seminars on representation of women of Northeast India in multidisciplinary discourse a grand success. We are indeed privileged and honored to have with us today our chief guest, Sri Jagdish Chelani, Honorable Deputy Commissioner, Tura, and our guest of honor, Professor Japang, Campus in Charge of Eastern Hill University, Tura Campus, Tura, who graced the occasion with their presence and insightful words. We would like to express our sincere thanks to Father Bivan Rodriquez Mukhim, Principal and Patron of these national seminars, for his constant support and encouragement, and for executing his talents and leadership with minute details. We extend our gratitude to Dr. Barbara S. Sangma, Convener of the National Seminar, and Dr. Wanphai Mary K. Japang, Organizing Secretary, and Department of Philosophy for their unremitting efforts and leadership in organizing this seminar. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the Internal Complaints Committee for their valuable support and guidance. Our deep regard and gratitude to Professor Samdatta Mandal for inspiring us with her valuable talk and insightful sharing. We would like to express our gratitude to Dr. Madhusudan Saha, Dr. L.K. Gracie, Dr. Rokachi C.H. Marak, and Dr. Viswajit Paul for chairing the sessions and contributing to the success of this seminar. We extend a sincere thanks to Dr. Muller M. Sangma for chairing the valedictory program and bringing it to meaningful conclusion. We are also grateful to Mr. Kaushik Paul, Mr. Javelin, and Mr. Constantine for providing technical support and assistance during the seminar. We extend our sincere thanks to the lecturers and assistant professors from other colleges who participated in the seminar and shared their valuable insights. We would also like to thank all the presenters and participants offline and online for their valuable contribution and making this seminar a great success. Our sincere appreciation goes to the Transport Committee, Food Committee, Accommodation Committee, Cultural Committee, Registration Committee, Media persons, and the student volunteers for their tireless efforts in ensuring that everything was well organized and executed smoothly. A big thanks to you all. We take the opportunity to thank all the members of the organizing committee for working tirelessly day and night. The unseen and hard work of our supporting staff. We owe our gratitude and sincere thanks to them. We cannot forget and would like to keep on record the generosity and express our deepest thanks and gratitude to the sponsoring agencies First and foremost, our Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Dr. Convener S Sangma. Secondly, the State Bank of India, Tamari branch, Tura. The Prime Alternatives, Tura, Prakashan, Mathura, and Eastern Book House, Guwahati, for their generous support and sponsorship. Their contribution and assistance help to make this seminar a grand success. Ladies and gentlemen, above all, I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and thankfulness to God the Almighty for the successful completion of the national seminar organized by the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of the Bosco College, Tura, Meghalaya, India. Without the grace and blessing of the Almighty, this seminar would not have been possible. I thank God for His uncountable blessings and miracles. In conclusion, I would like to end with a quote from William Arthur Ward. Quote, gratitude can transform common days into thanksgiving, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. Unquote. Let us continue to be grateful for all the blessings we have received and strive to make a positive impact in the world. Once again, thank you to all of you for making this national seminar a grand success and making it a memorable event. We look forward to your continued support in all our future endeavors. Thank you and have a great evening.
Thank you, Father John Paul, for not forgetting to thank each and everyone involved in today's event and making it a meaningful and a successful one. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Thank you, everyone, and have a pleasant evening.
This one?